This truly brings me back to the 2010s. Vice wrote this absolutely BS article about, and I want you to prepare yourself this because this is some of the cringiest thing you might ever heard. Man-keeping. That's right, man-keeping. This is apparently the reason why more women are done with dating. You might even say that they're going their own way. So, what does the article say? The article says that women are being expected to manage their partner's stress, interpret moods and emotions, provide constant emotional support, and handle responsibilities their partner neglects. Wow, that sounds like my responsibilities to my future wife, and her responsibilities to me. Oh, would you look at this? This work is unpaid! Bro, you are in a relationship. Do you seriously think that relationships are all hugs, kisses, and sex? That's like saying jobs are all money and paycheck. You'll get them, but only if you work for them. How many times should I say this? Relationships are work, and work is not always easy. I love this part too. Naming it man-keeping helps validate women's experiences. Absolutely, it validates women's experiences. It does that by shifting the responsibilities of emotional labor entirely to men, while giving women zero accountability of their own emotions. I love how validating women's experiences involves blaming everyone else but themselves.
How do you write women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
Here's an interesting revelation about this article. This whole article might be fake. That's right, the article might be fake. The writer has no prior publishing history, no social media presence, no verifiable identity. They seem to be fake. This article is probably AI generated. I guess that means people are being slightly more reasonable than AI assessed, which slightly restores my faith in humanity. Slightly. Last week was particularly wild for both genders. Misandry from that allegedly fake man-keeping article, and misogyny from this. There's this person who successfully gained their doctorate's degree. That sounds fantastic, right? Just look at the degree on that chick. No man ever. Why do you feel insecure of women achieving educations that I don't think you ever achieved? This question also applies to pretty much every single person in these screenshots. They're so salty that a woman successfully defended her thesis in college. If she achieves it in totally useless degrees, it'd be one thing, but she's looking for PhD, and her thesis is about insects. She's a proper scientist. Why are you people so salty? People are not seething because you earned a PhD. They are seething because after all the self-congratulations and the glitter emojis, they discover the grand achievement you are flaunting is about ants. And this doofus completely discredits the study of biology because there's nothing important that can be learned from studying ants, right? I can tell you this, the movie Ants is great, go watch that. Not accurate, but go watch it anyway. Apparently, this whole thread is AI generated, which is even funnier. You can't even discredit her with your own words. You need an AI to write the whole thing? Do you realize how embarrassing that is as a guy? Yes, I use AI summaries too, but they're there to format and supplement information, not to replace my videos. That's why the words that you're hearing are 100% written by me, because AI sucks at writing my words. The fury is not directed at your success. That's a blatant lie if I've ever seen one, but do go on. It is directed at the mismatch between the scale of the celebration and the subject matter. In short, people are annoyed because it is about ants. In other words, you don't think biology is important. You are so idiotic that I wouldn't be shocked if this whole thing was written by AI. I'll just rob a quote from one of the internet's most entertaining lolcows.
Your life literally is as valuable as a summer ant. I'm just gonna stump you. You're gonna keep coming back. I'm gonna seal up all my cracks. You're gonna keep coming back. Why? Because you keep smelling the syrup. You worthless bitch ass nigga.
Not only that this week has given me classic misogyny from men, it has also given me misogyny from women. It all started with this short of a husband who is appreciative of his wife's chocolate chip banana bread that she makes. Isn't that nice? And then there are loads of incredibly salty women in the comments who are hounding the wife for spoiling the husband. And for us, it's like, what do you mean there are dishes in the sink and dirty boxers on the floor? Yeah, I heard that from my fiance a lot, but I complied with her whims and cleaned them. Just communicate your issues, ladies, and be nice. I swear some men don't realize that they are allowed to cook and bake for themselves. Congratulations! You just exposed yourself to the world that you have never been in love with anyone. Of course, the woman does everything for you. You really don't know that. You're just assuming that based on one short. This is probably why some women marry each other. Because lesbians never do anything special for their partner, right? Also, how are those lesbian domestic abuse statistics? Ugh, my husband never makes me banana bread. Okay, that is a valid complaint. Your husband should make you some banana bread. Tell him that. Communicate. You are lifelong partners now. Tell your partner what you want in life. Unfortunately, not everyone is going to get the privilege of having a romantic partner. Some will just end up alone. I am tall, kind, generous, funny, well-read, and well-traveled, great in bed, staunchly anti-misogynist, love animals, prioritize women, and make $250K a year. And I have no prospects of romantic relationships and will almost surely end up alone. Where to begin with this one? I am 5'10", so I'll let you be the judge of whether that's tall or not. I'm neither kind nor generous. I can't try to be funny, but I'd rather not. I don't read that much. I don't travel that much. I certainly suck in bed. I am an alleged misogynist. I like animals, but don't love them too much. I prioritize myself, and I am broke. And yet, I'm about to get married next year. So, the conclusion that I can come from this paragraph is, do the absolute opposite of what you're doing, and maybe you'll get a romantic partner. That, or talk to girls. Some of them are just as romantically desperate as you. Some women will take insanely bold actions these days. Me, low-key trying to befriend the incels that hate me because we have the same interests, and I believe they just need kindness. That's a really nice thing to do, but I don't think you're interacting with incels. I think you're just interacting with dudes that are just shy and lonely. There's a huge difference between the two. Incels are more militant with their beliefs, especially if it's a negative one towards women. Some dudes are just shy and lonely. And they're a lot nicer than incels. I'm convinced that if a zombie apocalypse happened, there will be women trying to befriend rabid zombies because they just need love. Wow. Comparing incels to zombies, that's a new one. Interestingly, we have a whole movie about romancing a zombie called Warm Buddies. It's actually pretty decent. Give it a watch if you're in the mood for some rom-com. So, to whoever this lady is, hopefully what you're doing leads to something good. The lonely men do need some love, but the incels are way more militant, so exercise caution. One thing is for sure about most of these relationships, at least they're genetically further enough. Have you ever read a take so bad that you think, yep, that's enough internet for today? There are no victims of incest. You are a victim of abuse. Consensual relationships are no one's business, incest or not. You got a problem? Get the hell out. Unfortunately, unlike the many times that I talk about incest on this channel, this person is talking about real incest. They are telling people that real incest is okay, because the two participants are adults. That's enough internet for today, right? Shiver me timbers! Too bad they're all wrong! Saying they're wrong doesn't make it so, dude. Cope and sieve. Finally, I want to wrap this whole thing up with a quick revelation about shorts that I'm pretty sure most people already know, but I'm glad that we have an academic confirmation of it. Did you know that watching shorts will rot your brain? It's not surprising, but I'm glad that we have confirmation for it. According to the latest research, heavy use of TikTok, Instagram Reels, and other short-form video platforms are linked to measurable declines in attention, focus, and mental health. That's right, if you are mindlessly scrolling through endless short videos without any forms of critical outlook, you are at risk of dropping your attention, focus, and mental health. It's quite a large study too, with nearly 100,000 participants on a meta-analysis across 71 studies by American Psychological Association, APA. Yes, the very same APA that sets the standards for the APA 7th reference format. Their name is right there. According to the meta-analysis, heavy consumption of shorts is associated with diminished attention control, reduced working memory, and lower sustained focus. This leads to a horrific impact on mental health, where users reported higher anxiety, depressive symptoms, and emotional dysregulation. Yes, doom scrolling will screw you over mentally. This effect is a lot more prominent on teens and young adults than adults, adults. Which is why all you teenagers and young adults watching this should keep in mind your short consumption. I do watch shorts occasionally, but not up to the point where I mindlessly scroll. Heck, I upload new shorts daily for all your consumptions. Shorts are not inherently bad. You just need to be productive in consuming them. Curate your feed, set thematic goals, engage actively, and limit your sessions. Basically, shorts are like digital snacks. Occasional consumption is fine, just don't consume them too much, even if you are tempted by it. And that's all for the video today. Here's a cat. Huge thanks to all the wonderful sponsors this week. You're all fantastic. Don't forget to check out my previous videos here. Click the like button, comment, subscribe, join the YouTube membership, leave some tips, just $1 down below. And thanks for watching.